What's going on, everybody? It's Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over one of my account portfolios and how it made me over $50,000 in just 2 months. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm a part of multiple different Discord chats and stock forums and stock twits and Twitter. And, I hear a lot of people that are saying, oh, I missed the run up on BNGO, and it gets up to $7, they buy, and then they as it dips back down to 5, they panic and sell. And, while there's a lot of, many people out there, all profiting and making a lot of money, and I day trade and swing trade myself, I was kind of a little bit amazed that when I actually looked at this portfolio, it was my best performing portfolio, and it consists of just 5 stocks. And I'm going to go over every single one of them. And these 5 stocks are not early stocks that I got in really early on, but they're actually, just 5 solid companies that are set to grow. And stick around, you're not going to want to miss this, and it's kind of going to amaze you. And like I said, it was my best performing portfolio. So I kind of wanted to bring light to it, and just to reiterate the fact that patience over perfection. Like Warren Buffett says, the stock market is nothing but trading money from the impatient to the patient. So how to shift that mindset, guys. So let me get into it first off. All right. So this is my account. Okay. This is one of them. It's a Merrill Lynch. I use TD Ameritrade for a lot of the quick trades because I love their Thinkorswim platform. I don't use Robinhood or Webull because I started investing way before those, platforms even came out. But I just want to show you this. So if I go over here to custom range, and I have my account number obviously blocked out for certain reasons, but I go over to November right here, and I hit apply. You notice that, yes, I was up $52,000, but what's even more important was it was a 71.28% return. And it's funny because my father is 67 years old, and he said to me, Jeff, isn't it funny? You spend the amount of time you spend researching stocks, the amount of time you spend buying and selling, and I make thousands of trades a month. Sometimes I literally buy and sell a stock for a minute or 2 minutes, depending on how it is. And he's like, this was your best performing portfolio. And I just kind of want to bring light onto it that we don't need to look for the next, 5G stock that's ready to blow up, or the next BioNano genomics, okay, or the next microvision that's going to blow up in LiDAR technology, or the next SPAC that's ready to merge. And, while those are great, and while I'm actually going to include a one stock that is, kind of a high flyer in this portfolio of 5. It's really just solid companies that are having a pullback, that are buying, being able to buy the dip, seeing the trends and analyzing. So I'm going to go over those 5 stocks, guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm new to the, YouTube. I'm trying to be able to help you guys out as much as I can, but I'm also trying to just shed light away, as while there's many other YouTubers making great content, showing stocks. I've even shown stocks that are penny stocks at the time. It doesn't take, defining that perfect stock at the rock bottom before it blows up to be able to really grow your account. Okay, as you can see, you might not have the amount as I do to be able to get the 52,000, but 71% over 2 months is amazing, considering the S&P averages 9.8% a year. Okay, so let me get into this, guys. The first stock that I've owned is Apple. Okay, I will own Apple for the rest of my life. I purchased this years ago, and I will have hung on to it, and I will always hang on to it because Apple is a solid company. They're going to continue to grow. They're going to continue to innovate. Okay, they're getting into the virtual reality world. They're thinking about building their EV car with autonomous driving, and they're always evolving. And it's a positive cash flow. Their balance sheet is amazing. And I just want to show you this. Is in November, if you look at this, price was 108, and now it's about 138, and it got to about 138 towards the end of the year as well. That's a 30% gain. Apple gained close to 80% last year alone. I mean, it was a phenomenal stock. But just in that short period of time, it's 30% over 2 months, okay? Apple is something I will continue to own forever, okay? This one, however, Tesla, which is the next one, which has grown over 100% in that short term. And I'll be honest with you, I was ready to unload it. It stayed flat for a while. I said, you know what, Jeff, you got a lot of capital tied up in Tesla. It's gone up. I've owned it for a long period of time. I said, should I take my profits on it? I'm over that 1 year mark, so I'd be able to pay capital gains on it. But then I remembered there was talks about it becoming into the S&P 500. And I knew if I could just hang on and be patient enough for them to get into the S&P 500, it would take off because all the ETFs have to buy Tesla stock, adding the buying power, driving the price up. So I chose to hang on to it, okay? I chose to stay with the news and be patient because I read this is what's going to happen, okay? Next stock I'm going to get into is Fargo. This was another one which might not have been the best financial. I know JP Morgan did a little bit better, Morgan Stanley. I liked Wells Fargo, okay? At a current time of when I purchased these, I purchased this financial stock was because I knew that COVID's not going to last forever. They're reporting about, earnings as people are not paying their mortgages and so forth. However, the federal government and the Federal Reserve is not going to let banks go down. And so I knew that if I was able to stay patient enough, okay, and I can still continue to stay patient, that it's going to ride back, okay? And I still am a believer in financials. They're still very far down from their all-time highs, okay? This one went up, I believe it was around $20, $21, went up 50%. 50% in 2 months, guys, that's huge, okay? The next two stocks I'm going to talk about were ones that I did hear about. I'm sure we've all heard about at this point. These are stocks I purchased over 6 months ago, okay? So it wasn't something I got into immediately. But there's NEO. All right. Now, NEO is a great stock. I know a lot of people, who are invested in it and they absolutely firm believers of it. I'm even a bigger believer of it because I know the Chinese Communist Party and how they run, and that they don't want they want a government of one. Okay. They want to rule the world, and them backing, their own stocks, NEO, Xpeng, and Li Auto, is going to help drive them. I chose NEO just because I like them, I like their balance sheet the most, I like their vision the most, and so forth, especially the subscription-based model as battery as a service. I am a huge believer in all companies doing subscription-based models. If you guys are over the internet, now you'll see, Market Watch, Barron's. I mean, I looked at an article from CNBC and all of a sudden they want a subscription when, they're getting ad spend revenue from Google on their website, but everything's turning into that. So this was a great one that went up 100%. So that one was a good one. Last one, which is probably one of my favorite stocks I talk about on my channel, is NANO Dimensions. This one blew up. It went up over 300%. I'm a huge believer in the company, and I know the power of keeping data secured and information secured, which is what 3D printing of microchips, coils, and software is going to be able to do for these companies, as well as cut down the amount of time and money cost on research and development, which is what goes into anything electrical, okay? That's what drives the cost of, the phone of your iPhone up, all right? It's not the actual part, all right? It's the amount of time of research and development, okay? And they build something in these CAD programs, and then they have to send it out to get, reprinted, and you have to get lawyers involved to make sure your information doesn't get stolen. And NANO Dimensions be able to create the butterfly machine, which is also going to have a subscription based model to it to be able to maintain, service, and provide more printing equipment for it as well. It's just a phenomenal business to go to. So guys, just these 5 stocks, and I'll look over this again, just these 5 stocks were able to take this account 71%, okay? And look what the market did. I know NASDAQ did a total 40% over year. I'm thinking somewhere in those November, December timeframe range, it was 20%. But learn to invest at your own pace. Learn to, trade at your own pace. And while I love every single buddy on YouTube making this content and bringing these stocks out, that's awesome. But I even fall into this myself, okay? I have a pretty good sized portfolio that I like to say for a 31-year-old. I have multiple different accounts. This is just one of them. But it's like, what? The patience, the buying the solid companies, you bring it back to the old school economics and the old school fundamentals of investing. Those are the ones that are going to win. Those are the ones that are going to help you really build wealth over time, okay? This is, like I said, I spent zero time. I probably checked this portfolio maybe 5 times in 2 months. 0 time, best performing portfolio, okay? I made over 2,000 trades with, my Thinkorswim in just, November alone. And it was not even close to being this performing, okay? And sometimes I lose money. Trust me, I lose money. They say 80% of day traders don't even, make money. I think the number is probably about accurate. But guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And anything I can help you out with, please, let me know. I'll be, would love to be able to do that. And guys, consider subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.